this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
Introducing the all-new Mazda CX-5, featuring more connection.
Hey Google, where's the nearest Pilates class?
Safety that has your back. More discovery on the scenic routes. More passion in the details. And more control in changing weather. The all-new Mazda CX-5. More to move every side of you. See it in 5 films at MazdaUSA.com/5sides.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC. Sequences shortened and simulated.
Hey, and welcome to the Short Stuff. I'm Josh. There's Chuck. Jerry's over there. This is Short Stuff. Giddy up.
Now I've had the time of our life.
That's pretty good.
I can't even sing that without thinking of the great Simpsons joke.
Yep, same here.
The halftime of our life.
Yep, that
Oh,
was
man.
so great with Dolly Parton and Snoopy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that
So
was a good one.
So we're talking about Dirty Dancing, and specifically Mountain Lake outside of Blacksburg, Virginia, where that was the location of Kellerman's Lodge. Mountain Lake Lodge doubled as Kellerman's for the 1987 classic film Dirty Dancing.
It did, and that lake actually was a character in the film because they practiced, in a little bit of foreshadowing, Johnny Castle and Baby practiced their dance move where he lifts her up over his head, which is basically the thing that brings the whole house down in the movie. It's like the climax of the movie is this dance move, and they practice it in the lake.
That's right. Quick shout out. Jennifer Grey is still around and great. She was in that TV show that I binged, Red Oaks, that is so fantastic.
Oh, really?
That our buddy John Hodgman is in. She plays the mom, and she's wonderful.
That's great. I got to check that show out.
Patrick Swayze has left us, R.I.P.
Yeah, he was wonderful, man. Hell of a dancer, great fighter, pretty good actor, great singer. She's Like the Wind.
Okay.
I thought it was a good song. I get chills every time I hear it still.
Well, I say, no, this is short stuff, but I'll rank it as dancer, fighter, actor, singer in order of his best, his talents.
I won't dispute that order, but it's just a spectrum of greatness. Okay?
Loved him, man. He was great.
So that's what I say. So the actual name of that lake, like you said, is Mountain Lake. And the actual name of the resort that was supposedly Kellerman's Resort, which I think it was supposed to be in like the Poconos, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not Virginia. But there's the resort is actually in reality called Mountain Lake Lodge. And the people who own Mountain Lake Lodge and the people who are investors in Mountain Lake Lodge, they're not very happy about things these days because Mountain Lake keeps draining and it keeps draining. And what was once a lodge and a resort that was based on fun and the sun on this lake in Virginia is now turning to things like archery and horseback rides and telling guests exactly why the lake is about at 35% of its normal capacity.
Yeah, if you just Google Dirty Dancing Lake today or gazebo or boardwalk, and you will see that gazebo and dock boardwalk are in the middle of a field.
Yeah, it's really creepy.
Yeah, it's very weird, and we're going to tell you why right now. Mountain Lake is one of only two natural lakes in Virginia. Georgia has 0. They have 2.
Yeah.
In the southern Appalachian Mountains. And over the years, and we're talking every few hundred years, this lake empties and fills back up again, naturally.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. And over the course of the 6,000 years that this lake has been around, which I just find that so fascinating, don't you, that a lake has only been around for 6,000 years?
Yeah.
I love that. But anyway, the 6,000 years it's been around, it's actually emptied 3 different times, Chuck, like completely emptied.
Yeah, so there's 2 guys that figure heavily in sort of why this Mountain Lake is like it is. There's this one guy, what's his name, Chester Watts?
Chester Skip Watts.
Right.
Because Skip is derivative of Chester, obviously.
So he's a geologist, and he knows a lot about it. And there's this other guy, John Cawley, Cawley, that wrote his doctoral thesis on Mountain Lake in 1999. Mm-hmm. And they have explained that Mountain Lake has holes. that has little holes on the bottom, a lot of them, that continually drain this water out. And they've done dye tests. I think Watts did the dye test and found that this water's coming out about a mile from here. And it's been doing this for 6,000 years.
Yeah. They literally got to the bottom of it. So that's it. I mean, that's the mystery, holes. But the thing is the people over at Mountain Lake Lodge want to know, why is it getting worse? Like, why would this, if these holes have been here for all 6,000 years, first of all, why didn't we start to notice this until like 2002? And secondly, like, why isn't it filling back up? Why does it just keep going down and down and down? And so how I think, was it Cowley who explained it as a water budget?
Yeah, he said if you think of it like a bank account, you got money coming in, you got money coming out. You want more money coming in, so that bank account gets bigger. And it's the same with this lake. You have inflow and outflow, and at various times throughout the history of this lake, there's been more outflow than inflow.
Right. And so there was a drought that actually started in the 90s that led to this lower inflow, which meant that there was more outflow, which explains it partially, but it doesn't fully explain it. We'll really like reveal what's going on with this mystery after these messages.
Ooh.
Just like the number of stars in the sky, there is so much stuff you should know.
Hey everybody, we want to talk to you about The Big Bang Theory. That's a show that became one of the most defining sitcom of its era and really built a fan base around its memorable characters and unique group dynamic.
That's right, which is why we think you'll enjoy the official Big Bang Theory podcast. It's back, covering seasons 3 and 4 of the show. Host Jessica Radloff sits down with crew and cast members like Kunal Nair, who plays Raj, Mayim Bialik, who plays Amy, and Kevin Sussman, who plays Stuart.
That's right, you're going to learn all about the Easter eggs you may have missed, behind-the-scenes stories, and how certain real-life relationships shaped some of the most memorable storylines.
Yeah, there's cast reflections years after the series aired and expanded content around famous episodes and storylines. It is exactly what you're looking for if you're a fan of the Big Bang Theory. The season is on video, so watch the official Big Bang Theory podcast on HBO Max, or listen wherever you get your podcasts, and stream episodes of the Big Bang Theory on HBO Max. The springtime thaw is finally here. Flowers are blooming, days are longer. We're saying yes to more plans and finally getting outside, running, walking, just moving again. It's the perfect time to upgrade your everyday go-tos with Bombas. Take Bombas sports socks. They're super comfortable and designed with sport-specific tech for running, cycling, yoga, hiking, you name it. I use them to run in, and I can tell you they work beautifully. So head over to bombas.com and use code SYSK for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com, code SYSK at checkout. Okay, Chuck, so there was a drought.
Sure.
Which means that there's more water going out than is coming in. That's great because the drought ended. But the people at Mountain Lake Lodge said, well, the drought ended, everybody, and this lake is still not filling up. What is the deal? They actually were so upset about this. They paid Jerry Seinfeld to come get on the phone and ask what the deal was about it.
That was a lot of money, too. But it got everyone's attention. So he said there's a few reasons. He said it's not just one thing. You can't say it's even these two things. It's sort of multifaceted.
He said it's three.
It's only three. So you've got the drought, which did not help. You've got when Mountain Lake Lodge was built a conference center above the lake, and to comply with building this thing, they had to construct stormwater management basins. And they said, you know what will probably happen is, I don't know if they said that, but what they assumed, I guess, would happen was that water would still get to the lake as groundwater. Right. But they found out that wasn't happening. It was going to a creek.
Yeah. Is that what you say? You call it a creek?
No, it's a creek.
Boy, you just threw me off. Some people say creek, though, right?
Sure. I think, country folk.
Who say wash.
You wash your clothes in the creek.
Exactly. So that was kind of a big surprise that water wasn't going where they thought it would, because I guess these things are fairly close to the lake, and since it's above it, they just assumed it'd trickle down. So that's a big problem, right? And so the geologists are saying, well, I guess one thing you could do is plug the holes if you want, and then hopefully the rainfall will kind of raise the levels. But you want to plug these holes one at a time, and Mountain Lake Lodge said too late, and they plugged them all at once. And scared the bejesus out of the geologists.
Well, and the reason they did this was because they knew that one of the other facets of why it was draining was the sediment cycle. And it's just like if something gets stuck in your sink drain, it's going to drain slower. And at various times throughout the history of this lake, there might be things either stuck in or not stuck in. So it just happened that after Dirty Dancing, there was not much stuck, and so it was draining out a lot quicker than it normally might have.
Yeah. Jennifer Grey was like, thank God Patrick Swayze wasn't alive to see this shameful thing.
So how did they plug these holes?
Well, at first, apparently they were aware. I don't know if they lost memory of it or thought it was an anomaly or thought it would just go away. But in the first half of the 20th century at some point, the Mountain Lake Lodge used mattresses to stuff into the holes.
How big are these? I tried to find it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how big they are, but from what I understand, there's more there than they thought.
Yeah.
So few mattresses isn't going to help. But also, like, what poor bellhop did they send down there to drag a mattress down to the bottom of a lake and try to stuff it in a hole?
Okay,
because you know that's who did it.
Of course.
So
That
was their first attempt. And the second attempt was much more technologically advanced. They stuffed dirt and clay into it.
Yeah, dirt, clay. Is that what the bentonite is?
Yeah. It's like expanding clay.
Yeah, that makes sense. They should have got some of that foam stuff that you spray in mouse holes.
They basically just sped up the, great stuff.
Yeah.
They basically just sped up the sediment cycle. But they overdid it because this lake said, nature will find a way, and just started popping new holes.
Yeah, it's crazy. This reminds me of the Exploding Lakes episode way back when. But, the water level never got to full pond, or full pool is what you can call it.
Yeah, I like that more.
Full pool.
Yeah.
And there is water there. There's more than there was in 2008. Like if you look at pictures from 2008, that's when it was literally a field. There is a little bit of water, but you can't canoe or anything. You can't swim. It's kind of sad, to be honest, to look at it. But there's something to be said for archery and horseback riding.
Sure, yeah. Especially archery on horseback.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You can level up if you do that stuff.
Yeah, they comp your room for the night.
But Watt said that, you know what, they could redirect water from another local watershed, just gravity feed it down in there. He said that would probably do it, but you got to be really careful because, like we've seen, like the domino effect when you start messing with nature like that. But he said that would probably work if they want to explore that.
I don't know if they are or not.
I doubt it.
But we'll see. I don't know. The Mountain Lake Lodge board clearly does not bow before nature.
No, it does not.
No. Well, that's it. I guess we'll have to revisit this in a few years to see what happens to Mountain Lake. Hopefully it'll come back, not just for Mountain Lake Lodge, but for the culture as a whole, the culture that loves Dirty Dancing.
That's right.
That means, everybody, that Short Stuff is out.
Stuff You Should Know is a production of iHeartRadio's How Stuff Works. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.